It is 18:52 on Monday, July the 6th, I think, yes. And got the Ninja going, air fryer, cooking up some crinkle fries, the all new crinkle fries that I haven't eaten yet. And they're just about done. We got 10 seconds left. And we also have about the same for the chicken, popcorn chicken. I'm having popcorn chicken. So give me a second. I've got to put the phone down. Everything's done. So give me 1 second. Okay, the fries are out. Now I'm going over to the oven, turning it off, putting on my oven mitts. Okay, and the chicken is out as well. Perfect, so let's put the oven mitts back down. I've got to get the phone somehow. It's further away. My area here is slightly different than it used to be. I guess I did some rearranging after I moved out all of those school snack boxes. Anyway, there are your new and improved, not new and improved, but brand new, what are those called? Crinkle fries. And here's your popcorn chicken. Okay, so as always, let's do this. And let's do this. This is much easier than taking them out individually with my tongs. But it probably is more pleasing to look at for using the tongs, at least in my opinion. So, I mean, first impressions, they look really good. Apparently they were extra crispy, the crinkle fries, according to the bag. So this is my first time cooking them. You know, you never know about the air fryer directions with this company. So they're Cavendish, just like with all the other stuff I've eaten. So what did it say? It said 8 to 12 minutes to cook the fries in the air fryer. And I believe I cooked it for 9 with no preheating. So far, it definitely passes the eye test. They smell really good. I mean, I don't know how much different they'll be compared with the last fries I had, the regular fries, which were awesome. Those turned into my favorite fries. So I got some ketchup. Let's put some ketchup down. Yeah, I think last time it sort of sprayed a little. Oh, come on. Yeah, like what's the deal? There's tons of ketchup left. Why are you spraying? You liar. You ketchup liar. Okay. I love using that phrase, calling something a liar. Yeah, it's probably better if it's not an actual person, like if you call a thing like the ketchup a liar. I think that's really funny. There you go. And where did I get that from? I think I got that from Family Guy. Yeah, when you say you liar. There's a Family Guy episode. It's the one where is it? You liar. You liar. Honestly, I don't know. I was going to say it was the one where Tom Brady appears in, but no, it's not. There's an ad. Apparently, the actress who voices Lois, I forget her name. Alex Bernstein, I think. She improvised one of the lines in the Tom Brady episode when they're like spying on him in the shower. And she's talking to Meg. She's like, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. Apparently that was improvised by Alex Bernstein and it made it into the show. But there's another episode where she improvises a line where she says, you liar. But I don't remember what episode it is. So this was not very interesting at all. That is March 2024's classic album, Cries from a Defective Mind. Absolutely classic. It definitely is classic too. It is so synth heavy. The synths are so good in this song. Someone should win an award for how awesome synths are in this song. So what's the deal? Why is my food not in frame? Did I alter my camera angle or something? I must have. So I'm gonna have to alter it again. Yeah, what was I was eating mac and cheese. Maybe that's why. So now I guess I've got to like hunch over. Okay, I feel like I've got to eat pretty quick because I got the fan on. Gots to love me a good old crinkle fry. Those are good. They're plump too. And they are, like, they're different than the regular fries. They have a different texture, a different, I mean, I'm assuming the taste is similar, but it's not, it's different. It feels different, which I like. Oh man. These are good. Yeah, I was after these. Last bunch of times I went to the grocery store and I couldn't find them. They didn't have them, but they finally had them. I went on their website, the Cavendish website. They existed, but they just weren't at my grocery store. And these are the Jane's popcorn chicken that I've had multiple videos. Gotta eat this quick. Fan's gonna cool it down. So I think I made 8. I wasn't sure how many to make. I still have another quarter of that cheesecake to eat. Been thinking about that cheesecake all day. I think this was a perfect cooking time for the fries as well. I may have cooked too many fries, I don't know. I'm a little rusty on my chicken and fries game. I've been eating mac and cheese every day for a while. That hit the spot. Those crinkle fries definitely passed the test. They were a home run. I love them. I'm gonna have those again tomorrow, I think. Problem is I have a bunch of like Ziploc bags of fries in the freezer right now. So, like, which ones am I going to eat first? I don't know. And I also have some unopened bags. Either way, I'll figure that out tomorrow. I still have some chicken nuggets. Jane's chicken nuggets. I still have some of the new Longo's chicken nuggets that I bought the other day. So and I still have more popcorn chicken too. All right, but now for the most awaiting, the part I've been waiting for the most today. The most awaited part is the chocolate brownie cheesecake, of course. All right, so I do have to rinse my plate because this is the plate I'm going to be eating off of, and my cutlery because I need my cutlery. So give me a minute here. Hopefully the water is going to be warm. Unfortunately, it's not. I forgot to preemptively warm up the water. Okay, is it warm? It's starting to warm up a little bit. I think it's warm enough to rinse off the ketchup from my plate. All right, there you go. There you have it. So now I just have to dry it off. This is some riveting commentary. Absolutely riveting. Yeah, so the temperature is starting to go back up again. Today, I mean, it's still not super humid, which is nice. But it's supposed to get back into 30-degree weather in a couple days. Not looking forward to that. I absolutely hated that. But what can you do? Unfortunately, summer just started. I hate summer so much. Do not like. So let's get some milk. I do need my spatula, and of course I need the cake. So I'll bring everything over, minus the cake first. Then I'll bring over the cake. It's already cut, so I just have to spatula it on to the plate. Unfortunately, I still have that Longo's chocolate mousse cake in the fridge, half of it. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat it though. It's really sad, actually. So I'm still planning on going into town on Friday. It's not a done deal yet, though. Still have to finalize my plans. I still have to time everything out too. Make sure it all works logistically, because I've got to go to 7 different restaurants. 7 different restaurants. This is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever done anything like that before. Gone to that many different restaurants to do the taste test type of thing. So it'll be interesting. It's very convenient that they're all on that intersection. They're just on different corners of the intersection. So that's really nice. Still a lot of places though. So what do I need? Did I bring everything over? No, I didn't bring the spatula. Okay, let's get the cake. Cake looks amazeballs, of course. I was kind of surprised that I was able to eat it all yesterday without any trouble. And I weighed myself this morning and I didn't digest anything from last night. And I weighed myself and I was 135.0. So I did gain like 0.4 pounds, but kind of shocking considering how much of a piece of cake I ate last night. And I didn't digest any of it. So here's your beautiful cake. Beautiful. So which piece do I have? That's the question of the hour. I think it's either this one or this one. It's hard to determine. I'll just grab this, I guess. I mean, they're all the same. Well, not exactly the same, but they're all friggin' gigantic pieces of cake. Like, look at this. Look at this. It does have weight to it too. It's quite heavy. For some reason, it's very easy to eat though. All right, so now I've got half of the cake left. This one tastes even better than the first one I had. The first big version of this cake that I had, I guess it's months ago now. It's been so long ago. Yeah, this one has the perfect amount of caramel. At the very least, whenever I do go to the grocery store, I should try to get this cake because it's just so perfect. So I'm really, really looking forward to my feast on Friday, tentatively Friday. Really looking forward to it. Oh. Okay. Here you have it. Like, look at this thing. Perfect amount of caramel. Not too much caramel. The brownies looking really nice. I love the thick cookie crust on the bottom. Oh man, it's so good. This is the perfect cake. Okay, so let's take off the brownies. So this one's already a half of a brownie. So I'll cut it in half again. But the others I think I'm gonna cut in 3. So we'll have, they are pretty big though. Yeah, I'll do it in quarters. Okay. And I also want to spread the caramel all over the top. Yes, I love the caramel distribution on this cake. It was like the first one I bought, the big version of this, it had way too much caramel. I mean, I took a bunch of it off and I showed it to you on camera and there was just like way too much caramel. All right, so yeah, I mean, you can see everything here. So let's start off with a brownie. Oh, the brownies are so fresh. They're soft. Okay. Best cake in the world. I do feel a little bad for throwing away the Boston cream cake. It's not that it tasted bad or anything. I gave my reasons yesterday. But I mean, you can't argue with this. This is just ridiculously good. Oh my God. Yeah, I think by the time I go into town, I'll probably be craving some more mac and cheese. So I'll probably end up buying a bunch more too. I'd like to go back to my old pasta as well, though. I've been missing that a little bit. Tastes very good. I think I have to stop eating the tubetti. I bought some orecchiette last time I was at the grocery store because the tubetti is too high maintenance. You have to stir it too much in the pot, like once a minute. And you have to cook it for 14 minutes, so it's like there's too much stirring. It's too hard on my hand. Honestly, it is. So I ended up going back to the orecchiette, which requires much less stirring for whatever reason. Oh man. Yeah, this brownie took a bunch of the cheesecake off with it. So it's I like when that happens. If you brought this cake to a party, you'd be a hero. Yeah, if anyone's actually watching this and they're from Canada, you must try this cake. You have to. I think La Roca is a Canadian company. I have to be so careful with not having any of it go into the right side of my mouth. I was worried that yesterday I was going to have another attack in my gums, but it didn't end up happening, which is good. I'm still waiting though. That's what I should be doing. I was using the wrong fork technique. I was taking it like this, but I have to take it like this. That way, when I get a piece and I put it in my mouth, the caramel and the cheesecake part is on the left side of my mouth, pushing it even further away from the right side of my mouth. I forgot. Duh. That makes it way easier. heck? This is an obscene amount of cheesecake to eat. Multiple days in a row. We're getting there. It's only a little chunk left. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did, or I was planning on doing it, but for the burger and pizza feast, I think I'm not even going to have dessert. Super rare occurrence. But there's just going to be too much food. And I don't want to overeat. I don't want to overeat. Here I am eating a quarter of a friggin' 8-inch diameter cheesecake. What was this? This was 375 grams, which I believe is, yeah, it's over 3/4 of a pound of cheesecake. It's 0.77 something, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna have 4 pizzas and 3 burgers. So I think at the very least, I'm gonna have 1 slice of pizza each. Obviously. And then I'm gonna cut the burgers in half, and I'll take like a couple bites, a few bites of each of the burgers. I just don't know, like at the very least, that's what I wanna do, to try to do a decent taste test, right? And then it depends how much more I can eat. It depends on how I feel. But if I am sort of, if I like cut out the dessert, then that gives me more room to eat. So I might actually be able to eat all that food. I don't think I will be able to. Definitely not in one day. I was gonna space it over 2 days. But I assumed I wasn't gonna be able to eat all of it in 2 days. It also depends on how well the burgers keep overnight in the fridge. And when I go to heat them up the next day, are they going to taste decent or is it going to be horrible? That's going to be another question. A bit of an uncertainty there. I don't know if I've ever done that before. with fast food burgers. Warm them up the next day. For the burgers, at least, I'm going to use the air fryer. So apparently that makes them, that'll like crisp them up instead of making them all like mushy. And so I think that would work. The air fryer should work well for the burgers. I might try the pizza in the air fryer as well. I don't know, but I already know that the microwave will do just fine. So I'm not worried about the pizza. Did I say the pizza? I meant to say the pizza for the microwave. Air fryer for the burgers. And I really want to do that submarine sandwich taste test too. Yeah, so there's a Subway. I love meatball subs. So I was thinking about this a little bit today. Sort of milking this last bite here. But if possible, maybe I could do like a trying to keep everything out of my teeth. So I like meatball subs. There's a Subway. Subway has meatball subs. I like those. And there's also this place called Firehouse Subs. I've never been there before, but they have meatball subs as well. There's also this place called Pita Pit. I don't know if they have like a meatball pita. I'm assuming not, but at the very least, I'd like to test out I'd like to do a taste test between the two meatball subs. Maybe I could do, this is what I was thinking. Maybe I could do like a warm, like a hot sub taste test and then a cold sub taste test on different days. So the first day I would do like the meatball subs, and then there's a burrito place. I get a burrito. And then a pita, I guess, it would have sort of like meat, hot meat inside. This is, I was just sort of playing around with this idea today. This wouldn't happen for like a while, if it does at all, but this is what I was thinking about. And then for a cold sub, I'll just get stuff that I would eat cold. Obviously. Okay, we got 2 bites left. I finally figured out my fork technique. It took way too long. Wow. Well, that was good. I ate it all again without any problems. So I'm assuming the amount of food I made for supper was adequate. Probably made a couple too many fries, but I think 8 popcorn chickens was fine. I also have to be really careful because I don't want to go into town, buy all that food, and then I have another incident with my gum and I'm not able to eat. So this taste test, this upcoming taste test is going to be pretty pricey. So I have to get 4 small pizzas, which is going to be between probably around $15 per pizza. So that's $60 for the pizza. And then the burgers, 3 burgers, it's going to be about $15 as well. So there's another 45, right? It's going to be $100 for this taste test, at least. I still want to get some Chinese food too. I desperately need to get some Chinese food. So that's something else I've got to figure out. All right, here's the meal finished. Not bad, we're sub 40 minutes. So what is this? This is episode 83. I don't know if I said that. Episode 83. 83 videos. This is ridiculous. This is getting to be a bit much. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, so we got 2 more days of this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I'm going to take a day off. I'll have the same supper. I don't know what I'll do for dessert. I'll probably just have a chocolate bar, I guess. And then hopefully Friday I'm going into town, getting a mountain of food. Also, hopefully a cake. One of the cakes I'm missing. If not, then maybe I can get a couple trays of brownies to sort of tide me over. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't actually push the record button.